We're excited to welcome your children back to school. To keep all our students and staff safe, we've implemented some new procedures we'd like to tell you about. First off, if a student is not feeling well, they must stay home. Students showing any signs of illness will not be allowed on the bus or the school site. What is a sign of illness? Fever or chills? Cough? Shortness of breath or difficulty breathing? Fatigue or unusual tiredness? Muscle or body aches? Headache? New loss of taste or smell? Sore throat? Congestion or runny nose? Nausea or vomiting? Diarrhea? Rash, open sores, or other visible signs of infection. Persistent crying, the inability to participate in routine activities, or the need for more care than staff can provide are also signs that a student should stay home. We recognize that some students cannot regulate their temperature, and this may present as showing signs of illness. If this is your student's situation, we will need a doctor's note to allow them onto the campus. Please contact Tammy or Christina for more information. Each student is required to wear a face covering all day. We understand some students may not be able to wear a face covering due to their disability. If this is your student's situation, please let Tammy or Christina know. We will work with students and families on an individual basis. Before getting on the bus, the student's caregiver will be asked 3 screening questions. 1. Do you have signs of fever, cough, shortness of breath, sore throat, nasal congestion, runny nose, or body aches? 2. Have you or anyone with whom you have been in close contact, within 6 feet for at least 10 minutes, been diagnosed with COVID-19 within the last 14 days? 3. Have you been issued a public health order to enforce isolation, quarantine, or conditional release related to COVID-19? After the questions are answered, the student's temperature will be taken. Students will need to be wearing their face covering before they can board the bus. Again, if your student cannot wear a face covering, please let Tammy or Christina know. All school staff members are screened before they come into contact with students. When students arrive, screened staff members will meet them and take their temperature again. Students will then be brought to their classrooms. Using special distancing markers on the ground, staff will help students remain physically distanced from each other. Classes have been set up to provide physical distance between students and staff. We have also added outdoor tables and are utilizing all areas of the campus to create more space between students. All materials are single-use, which means that only one student will be permitted to use an object at a time. After use, each of these objects will be wiped down with Oxivir, an environmentally safe disinfectant. Students will also have access to their own personal materials at school and at home. Staff will teach and encourage students to wear their face coverings throughout the day. Every class has a designated bathroom. Students in a class will use only the bathroom to which they have been assigned. One student is allowed at a time in a bathroom, accompanied by no more than 2 adults. The adults will carry a bottle of Oxivir to the bathroom, and once the student is done, the adult will spray Oxivir on the toilet and sink. There is also hand sanitizer provided for students and adults outside of the restrooms and in each classroom. Lunch will be delivered to students, and they will eat in their classroom or on their outdoor picnic benches. The play equipment is off limits. However, students will have access to the yard during their scheduled time. Custodial staff have developed an explicit, detailed cleaning plan with a regular cleaning schedule for high-traffic areas. These include bathrooms, doorknobs, halls, and tabletops. Each classroom is sanitized nightly. At the end of the day, staff will escort students to the buses via their designated exit routes. Students will be dismissed on a staggered schedule to reduce the number of people in the halls or at the bus stop at one time. We look forward to seeing our students back on campus again. If you have any questions about these procedures, contact Christina or Tammy.